So, subset selection without the negative marking. That's what we've been using for the last about 5 years, and that's much smoother. The students are much happier about it. We don't get any complaints. Staff are much happier about it. Okay. So let me explain this one to you. Here's the question. Here are the 4 answers. This is also how we explain it to the students. Okay. And of course, you have to spend quite a bit of time explaining it to the students and giving them practice tests so they really understand it before you give them the first summative assessment. So here's the question. Here are the 4 answers. Okay, if you think the right answer is that one or that one, and you tick them both, and one of those 2 is the right answer, what mark do you think you deserve? Okay, and many students will say, okay, I think I deserve half a mark. Which is what the system will give them. So we've written some software to do this. The system will give them half a mark, okay? Because if they had a traditional test, they're forced to be making a guess between this one and this one, right? On average, they're going to get it right one in every 2. They're going to get 0.5 on average. So what our system does is say, don't make a guess. The system will give you 0.5. Okay, just be honest about the fact that you're not sure which of those 2 it is. Or alternatively, if you think it's one of those 3, tick all 3. Okay, what mark do you think you deserve? Many students will say a third because they've got a 1 in 3 chance. Okay, I hope everyone is understanding this. Yeah. So we're saying that a student can spot one distractor, so they know it's not that answer, and they're not sure which one of those 3 answers it is. So we're saying select all 3 answers. You deserve, if one of those is the right answer, that means in a traditional test, if they couldn't decide which of those 3 it is, they'd be making a random guess. So there's a 1 in 3 chance they're going to get it right. Okay? So our system will give them 0.33. If they tick all those 3, the system will give them 0.33. Right. The harder one to get people to understand is to say, if the student has no idea, like spiders, a student doesn't know what a spider is, never seen a spider before. So rather than making a blind guess, okay, we say leave it blank, don't answer at all, and the system will give you 0.25 of a mark, okay? Which sounds ridiculous, but if you don't do that, students are going to make a guess anyway, because if there's no negative marking, students are going to say, well, I don't know what the right answer is, but I'm going to make a guess because I've got a 1 in 4 chance of getting it right. Okay? So we want to inhibit them making a guess. That's the key point. We want to inhibit students from making guesses. We don't want students to make guesses, because when students make guesses, it means that the score is unreliable. It means that the score at the end of the test is partly what they deserve, and it's partly their luck. So if they took the test one day and they took the same test the next day, but they made different guesses, they would be getting a different mark. So that's, in that sense, unreliable. So by rewarding their partial knowledge explicitly, we're saying, don't make a guess, you just put what's in your mind, and the system will give you a score accordingly.